Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspirational Wisdom. D-Man here, the illusionist. I'm glad you joined me. And hit the like and subscribe button. Share this with a friend if it helps you, if you think it might help them. I was thinking today about about simpery, about simps, about beta males, alpha males. I'm not sure if you're familiar with those terms, but some of the things that go on today, I can't believe it. When I was a kid, like about 15, 16 years old, my friends would have bitch slapped me if I did some of the things that these guys are doing today. I mean, paying women for their bath water, or being on an OnlyFans page, or I don't even begin to understand or grasp that concept. I probably wouldn't even know about it except for my sons tell me about it. They send me these little memes or whatever about these simps and some of the things they do. It's almost like they get some type of pleasure out of flagellating or degrading themselves or devaluing themselves. And on the opposite end of that, you have the women who are taking money from these guys. When I was young, 15, 16, in my 20s, okay, a girl, at least a good girl, would not take money from a man or a gift unless she was truly interested in that man. Now you got these girls hoeing themselves out for gifts and money from all these guys. We have the social media. They have a world market. And I think they call it like soft porn. They get on there and they dress provocatively or show parts of their body. And hey, I'm a man, don't get me wrong. I like to look at a beautiful woman too without clothes. The point is, though, if you can't be with her, and a lot of these guys have no intentions of ever being with this girl physically. They just have what's called an online relationship and they pay for it. They give these girls money for that. And these girls accept the money. It's like, and I've also heard that some of these girls have boyfriends. I actually went out with a girl who had a big Instagram following here in the last year or so. I didn't know anything about Instagram because I'm older until I met her. And actually all that is that's an ego builder, or she never put me on there. But like I said, I knew nothing about it. I knew Facebook. That was about all I knew. But it's like a dating pool. It's like all these guys just asking what they could do to be with her. A bunch of simps, a bunch of guys just in the waiting there. Or it's like, it's a pool that she can pick from in case things don't work out with me or whoever she's going out with. It's really and it's an ego builder. These girls get validation from that. And that's like really important to them. The likes are important. All these things, they become addicted to Instagram. I didn't realize how addicted girls are to Instagram. As a matter of fact, we broke up once because I told her, I said, you either put me on your Instagram or we're breaking up. So we broke up for about a week, and then she came back with some concession deal, which actually I was wrong to accept because I should have just said, look, if you can't put me on there, she would try to get me to take pictures for her Instagram. I never liked it. I did it a few times. I said, look, get somebody else to take the pictures for your Instagram. I had no idea the concept of this, how all that worked. I've since studied about it, learned about it, listened to people talk about it. Now I know something about it. If a girl loves you, she'll leave her family for you. She'll leave the country for you. She'll definitely put you on Instagram. But you see these women on Instagram, and they're traveling all over the world. They're in these exotic places, and you never see a man. It's like she's there by herself. I know, my ex did the same thing. It's ridiculous. It's like they want to portray this whole life that is not real. It's a false life. It's not even, they don't have anything except for what these guys are treating them to her. Like, I took her to many different places. We had a great time, had a lot of fun. She was with me. Had no problem with that as long as I was being treated well. The problem is they become accustomed to this type of treatment. Sometimes, or many times, if you treat a girl too well, she starts treating you like one of those simps. I never had to buy a girl anything or do anything for her to get her to be with me. But with the mistake I made, and maybe some of you have made this mistake too, when a girl treats me well and does for me what I want her to do, I want to reward her in whatever way. Now that may be with a gift. If I know she likes something or wants something, I have no trouble buying something for her because I have money and it's not a problem. Okay? But what happens is, for some reason, because men and women are different, they start taking it for granted and disrespecting you. When I was younger, and I had many women at the same time, the only gift I ever gave a woman was the gift of my presence. I can't say I never gave them a birthday present or something like that. But really, I just gave them my presence. And if they didn't treat me right, they did not have the gift of my presence. But I somehow bought into this blue pill idea when I turned around 30 that you needed to more or less pedestalize a woman and treat her like a queen. And if you did that, she would treat you like a king back. Well, I'm here to tell you, after 30 years of doing that and being married 3 times, it doesn't work well. It doesn't work well at all. I'm one of the fortunate ones. I mean, I have 8 kids. I have 6 kids with this last wife, and she's been gone for 9 years. Fortunately, I have all the kids. I won't go into that story. You can read the book. It's coming out in September. Quite an adventure. I had to leave the United States because they were going to arrest me. So I fled the country somewhat as a political refugee. And then I was in another country, and then that wife I was married to did the same thing to me there, and I had to flee that country. It was even harder to get out of that country because I had to pay off the border guards to get out because I couldn't fly out of the airport. But anyway, amazing the trouble you can get into with women when you start treating them, how do I say, as society and the blue pill narrative says you should treat them. Now, before I was 30 years old, I never had problems like that. Never did a woman try to throw me in jail. And some of these women could have done that because I was doing some wild stuff back then, okay, many years ago. Okay, but they didn't. They respected me. They appreciated me and they respected me. But these other women, as they got older and tried to live the blue pill narrative, would make up shit and try to throw me in jail. I don't know how many times I went to court and had to prove that they were lying. It cost me thousands of dollars. This one marriage cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars, just to defend myself against false accusations. Okay, when it was obviously proven that it was a lie and that she made it up and everyone knew it, they never did any, there was no repercussions. So she would turn around and do it again. This one woman did this to me probably 4 or 5 times. I had my kids taken away from me here in the U.S. from false accusations. So it's just women have so much power. And like I said, I have nothing against equal rights, but it's not equal. Look at the court system. When a man and a woman commit the same crime, they don't do the same time. The woman 99% of the time gets a lesser sentence. There was just a thing on there about this fraud with education. They were trying to get their daughter, I think, into a college, and the man and the woman both participated, the husband and wife, and they're both convicted. The man got like 5 months in jail and $250,000 fine, and the woman got like 2 months in jail with a $150,000 fine. Same crime, different time. Now, is that equal? No, of course it's not. I may be wrong on the exact amount there, so don't quote me on that. You can check it yourself. But the point is, many times for a similar crime, when a man and a woman does the crime together, the man will serve much more time than the woman does. So there's no equal rights there, so to speak. I believe in equal pay for an equal job. But like on construction, men are just naturally stronger than women, okay? You got a woman on a construction site, she cannot do the same type of physical labor that a man can do. But women can. Like, I'm here with my 6 kids, right? There's no woman here, hasn't been for 9 years. Okay? I am not as empathetic and not as compassionate to the kids as a woman can be. Now they're missing out on it. I have no problem admitting that. That is a trait of a woman, a feminine woman, or a woman in general. Most women are much more compassionate and empathetic and feeling than men are. And my kids could use that. Now I have no problem saying that they're better at that than I am. Okay? Just the same as on the construction site, the woman cannot do what the man can do, so why should she get equal pay? During World War II, they increased the work week hours from 8 hours a day to 12 hours a day, and the accident and injury rate went up like 150% in women, but it didn't go up in men because they're just not made biologically the way men are. We are different. So we're never going to be the same. So I don't know why the push is for that. I mean, women can do things that men can do. It's just the way it is. I'm not envious of them. I admire women that are feminine. I really do. I love women. But they're just not going to be a man. When a woman shakes my hand like a man, I don't particularly care for that. She's not a man. Don't act like a man. You're never going to be a man. I'm never going to have a baby. Okay? Why don't we just be who we are? Sure, go out there, live your dream, do what you want to. You can't change who you are. I mean, I believe that people create the reality. I do believe that, but we have to work with what is here. We can't create something out of nothing. If I want to build a house, I can build a beautiful house. But I have to use the materials that are here on the earth. That is what I have to work with. And from that, I can create my beautiful house. And what I have here in my life as a woman, if you're a woman, or as a man, you can create a beautiful life as a woman. Work with yourself as a woman, and I work with myself as a man. And if two people, if we can work together and just accept each other for who and what we are, instead of trying to change each other, then we can be complementary to each other. And I believe that's what men and women were meant to be, as complementary to each other, not attacking each other, not me trying to be a woman or a woman trying to be a man, but just us being what we are and taking what we have together and becoming better as a couple, if you want a couple, or better as a society. But we have to work with what we have here. If this has been of help to you, share it with a friend. Thanks for joining me, and I see you later.